I think we're all guilty of it a little bit. I'm guilty of it. I think I've power tripped a few times. You can't help it. This is the problem. There's pros and cons to everything, correct?
Mhm.
And as much as jiu-jitsu is an incredible martial art that empowers people in need, that builds confidence in the meek, that provides focus for those who have mental issues, that provides support for those who are trying to get away from bad habits like alcohol and drugs. At the same time, it also empowers people that are just shitty people, right?
Yeah,
So if you're a
yeah.
shitty person and you give jiu-jitsu to that shitty person, well, they're going to be a bigger shithead, a more empowered, more egocentric, more sadistic kind of individual. And the fact that they have the power of jiu-jitsu makes it even worse, you know.
I've
uh,
seen it 100%. No, I know. I know. I relate to this. Yeah,
so
I see.
it's a tricky thing, and sometimes, yeah, jiu-jitsu empowers you so much that sometimes you will, especially if you're a figurehead, or especially if you're a head of a team or a head of an academy, you can fall into that, power tripping trap, and I'm guilty. I'm guilty, man. I'm pretty sure I've power tripped a few times. You know what I mean? I think just some are worse than others. Ultimately, if you go to academy, it comes down to, from the second you walk in the front door, is it friendly? Is it clean? Do they have structure? Do they have curriculums? Is the rules too much, where it's like the professor makes themselves to be godlike, right? Where you have to kiss their feet and bow to them, and all this other stuff. I think
Giant picture of
tradition,
them on the wall in the back.
yeah, a picture of themselves on the wall, exactly. You know what I mean? So I think that it's yes, you need to have authority. You need to be assertive. There's a certain martial arts traditions that comes with it, but you have to find a happy ground, and you have to be careful not to overstep over the line and start the power trip. You know what I mean? I think you deserve, to be called professor. It's a title that you've earned through hard work, sweat, dedication. So if you're a
Oh,
black
just
belt, I think you deserve to be called professor.
if I can interject there for 1 second, just to
Yeah.
define professor, second degree black belt, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Sorry.
Is it defining professor? It's second degree black belt, or is it just? Or is it what's
No.
it
As soon
defined?
as you get your professor stripes, as a black belt, you have the red bar.
Yeah.
The red bar, you have that red bar for a year. It's a 1 year probationary kind of vibe.
Right.
And then at the end of the year, you get the professor stripes. That's the two white bars that go at the end of the red bar.
Oh, okay.
Like, so they have an end. Like
Oh,
they
so
cap off the ends of the red bar, right?
okay.
And then in between those, you start your regular first, second, third, fourth, and so on and so on.
Okay, cool. All right, sorry to interject. Okay, cool. Continue.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, I mean, again, it's hard not to fall into those traps, but it all comes down to how people, and we have a big community, so it's like, you want to know about someone, look online, and you're gonna go on if you're gonna join an academy, you look at the professor, look them up. Do they have a good reputation in the community? Do they have accolades that they have acquired? What are their students like? And it's all about class environment. You come in, if you feel super comfortable in the class environment, then great. If you feel uncomfortable, don't stick it out because you feel that, oh, it's closest to my house, it's convenient. Man, as soon as you don't feel comfortable in that environment with that professor or those students, out. Go somewhere else, man. Don't feel obligated. You know what I mean?
Sunken cost fallacy is a thing. Yeah, especially in the beginning. If you haven't spent too much time there, the vibe's not right. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Like,
And
put
that's
up to it.
that's the and Eddie Edgar here makes a really good point. You know what I mean? Where just because you have a black belt doesn't mean you're a good person.
Mm,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? There's
I'm behind that.
plenty of shady black belts. I know many that do shady things and have shady business practices and so on and so on, right? So just because you have a black belt doesn't mean you're a good person. And that's the ugly side of everything. There's pros and cons. Like I said, jiu-jitsu does amazing things. for people, but there's also shitty individuals in our world too, in the BJJ world, right?
As long as we openly address them, hopefully we can start curbing those issues for the next generation, so to speak, right?